G'day, omdevaji, Sheshnag Mandir. What on earth is Kundalini? You can get that on Amazon. I want to do a video about my recent research into females. Because I'm heterosexual, and I've done this video on this inner foursome of healthy masculine, unhealthy masculine, healthy feminine and unhealthy feminine that we embody. There's a part of me that also likes the companionship of an external form of a woman. So following the demise or separation of my last relationship, I've taken some time to myself to spend time with several females. And in that, it's not necessarily sexual, although I've got this overt excessive sexual energy, which I don't know whether it's tied into this like spiritual channel, which is to do with Kundalini, and if I don't sublimate the energy in my chakras and unify with God, then I need to fuck someone. I don't know if it's about that, but I don't understand if that was the interpretation you got from past history of being personally interactive with me, or even what I talk about online. Like, I do have a lot of sexual energy, but I haven't necessarily had sex with all of these women I've been hanging around. I've been hanging around people that I've tried to understand what's harmonious and conducive and uplifting to my own energy at the same time as harmonious to theirs and uplifting to their energy. There's also that pattern to do with the reality. Like, I wouldn't like to be a woman, because women are a bit more emotionally evolved, a bit more emotionally mature than the masculine counterpart at the same age. So there's females that gravitate towards males that are anything from 10 to 20 years older than them, because of that ability to be able to emotionally relate and connect. But going on historical facts, a female lives 12 years longer than the male, but if the male's 12 years older already, then they're risking spending a significant portion of their life alone at the end, which might be good after having to put up with a man and whatever else, the dynamics of the domestic house. Maybe it'd be cool to spend like 10 to 20 years by yourself before you clock out. I don't know, but I've been hanging out with females that are sometimes older than me, sometimes my age, and sometimes younger than me. And I found that I really love the crone energy, because they're past the point of like playing games, and they, like, say a 55-year-old woman or a 50-year-old woman, they're like, they know the game, mate, and they let people get away with what they want by allowing them to express whatever. But if it goes too far, the crone goes, mate, that's enough, boom, get out of here, or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, and it's a very objective, mature energy in a lot of cases. Females my age, I've found that it all depends on where they're emotionally tied, but I find that it gets a little bit emotionally complicated. And females younger than me, I found that I've been able to emotionally relate and show a maturity that I've rarely embodied previously, which is a beautiful experience. And then I've also understood within myself that I can't be with someone who's not a words of affirmation person, because I'm not secure enough to be not told that you love me. I like to be told that you love me, or, you know, I like compliments or admiration in the verbal sense. I also like physical touch, and that, you know, or it's an admiration thing, like if I'm in the kitchen washing the dishes and someone and the person comes and put their cup down, then just a like nice stroke of the arm or a hand on the back as they're putting their cup down, then that's a beautiful thing for me. So I'm understanding that what sort of energy I like to be around, and I like to be around someone who's not that ambitious, like doesn't want to save the world, just wants to be content in the domestic environment and have a beautiful garden, like an earth mama. I like someone who's hasn't been traumatized. So now we're going into a minority, because I found that the majority of females have been traumatized in some way. And we're just talking a scale of trauma, and of course this is self-reflection because I've probably been traumatized. I'm talking a lot of stuff that, you know. So this is all to do with my journey on self-awareness. So let's say minimal trauma, not a lifetime of trauma, or trauma in that significant development stage prior to the age of 10, because like I said to my kids, I can't remove stress from your life. All I can do is give you the opportunity to go and see someone who's objective, so you can emotionally process things as a child, so you don't become a fucked up adult. So that's a way to deal with trauma as you're going along. Anyway, what I'm conducive with is, my friend asked, what sort of woman do you want, Omji? I said, someone who's quiet and peaceful, accepting of who I am, encouraging of who I am, doesn't use these subconscious minimization or control techniques to from past trauma or cultural subconscious misunderstanding, you know. I don't need minimization, mate. I like the idea of upliftment. I like someone who's a mum, who isn't just by themselves, because that way they've got their focus on someone else. And parenting is one of the most, if you're a good parent, it's one of the most selfless experiences you'll ever do. So I've learned a lot about myself, even to the extent where, relating to Esther Perel, she said, sex is easy, relationships are hard. So I've been focusing at times on developing a friendship with females, instead of falling under the guise of wanting sex with them. I prefer the company and try and understand my own feelings in their company and their feelings in my company. So that's some of the research I've been doing, and I'm pretty happy with myself. And it's weird for me because it's a new program and a new understanding, and I'm really happy with it. So there you go, my experiment with females, and in that I'm sorry if I've hurt some of those females, because if they've liked me and I've decided that they're not conducive to my energy or what I want to be around, then sometimes it hurts. Although I've been totally honest and in integrity, which is also rare for me, with these people, it still sometimes creates pain. And yeah, so there you go. Omdevaji, Sheshnag Mandir, Sheshnag.com. Being open and vulnerable, sharing some wicked shit. Share the world. Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Mahadev. Peace.